What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Happy Monday, people. After, well, I'm calling it the Battle of the Etihad, people. This was like the Thriller in Manila of boxing, as, Arsenal and Man City went to footballing war, shall we call it. And personally, I don't know about anybody else, but I loved seeing it. And what I mean by that, and I'll elaborate on this more as the show goes on, but for me, I think over the years when we've gone to Manchester City, there's still been a bit of an inferiority complex in that we've been there trying to survive because we believe maybe that Manchester City are a better team than us. I thought yesterday we went toe-to-toe with Manchester City. Now, people will say, oh, you parked the bus and this, that, the other in the second half. We had no choice. That's the reality of the situation. However, the fights, the arguments, the controversy, all of that to me felt like two title challengers going to war. And I liked that. I thought we were more ambitious. We scored 2 goals. The game, obviously, as a spectacle, was ruined with the red card. We weren't able to attack, which was disappointing. I think you would have seen the game of the season if Trossard hadn't been sent off. But I think you saw the frustration in Pep Guardiola. I think you saw the frustration in their players. And I thought we showed a spirit and togetherness that I think shows that we're moving in the right direction. I think the only thing that stops Arsenal from potentially winning the league is a lack of quality throughout the entire squad. I still think we're looking at it going, defensively, we're unbelievable. Attacking-wise, we're still not there as of yet. That's still the only issue, in my opinion, is our attack good enough? And I think that is still the problem with our team. However, it is mixed emotions today. I'll be honest, it is mixed emotions because I'm massively proud of the team. To go to Man City, the best team in Europe at keeping possession, have 45 minutes with no, 11th player on the pitch, and to come out of there with a point is unbelievable effort, and the team deserves great credit for that. However, there is disappointment. When that full-time whistle went yesterday, I was really gutted for the team and for the fan base and for all of us. If you'd have said to me before the game, a point, I'd have said, okay, good result. But the way that game went, I think even if you have 9 players on the pitch, if you concede with the last kick of the game, you are going to be disappointed. It doesn't matter if it's Manchester City. It was the last kick. We saw out over 25 attacks in that second half, and they score with the last attack of the game. It was actually devastating, to be honest. And like I said, it's the thought of, number one, what would the win have done for us? But number two, what would the defeat have done to them? That's what's so painful about it, because Pep was losing his head. And, sometimes to win these titles, you need to win those games. And, there is, I think there's a lot of Arsenal fans are very happy with the spirit that we showed. But there is that element of what if we'd have hung on and, got ourselves that victory, what would have happened? It's frustrating, but yeah, we have to move. We have to move. 30 seconds away from an epic victory. Now, I was just thinking, can you imagine Pep thinking, not only have you lost the game, Rodri looks like he could potentially have a serious injury, which is sad news. We don't wish injury on anybody, but of course, as a rival, we have to take advantage of them losing one of their best players. So they lose Rodri with an injury. They don't score against 10 men for 45 minutes. And he loses at home to the guy that was his apprentice, while we've got players on the pitch that used to play for him. I just think it would have been a little mini crisis for them. But, as I said, we have to focus on the positives. There's a long way to go. We do have the home game against them later in the season, and I think we do need to beat them. in the home game. But like I said, last season, we took 4 points off them, and ultimately that would have been enough to win the title if we'd done our job against lesser teams. Like West Ham at home, 20 shots. Aston Villa at home dominated the game. Fulham at home down to 10 men. So I think we're in a positive situation. And you know me, when things aren't good, I'll be the first on here going, yo, you know me, people. I was actually quite calm yesterday for the majority of the second half. Then the clip went on TikTok. I'm there punching the chair and all that. I said, I thought I was super calm yesterday. The situation I'm in is that I think the owners need to back the manager in January. That is one thing that I think has to happen, is them backing the manager in January. Tactic said, I still feel like I need an Arsenal therapy. You know what it is, though? This is a little bit different, because Arsenal therapy is usually we've let ourselves down and something's gone wrong. I actually don't think the players let themselves down yesterday. I really don't. I think the team can hold their head up high and say, you know, we represented properly yesterday. And I think they did. I really think they did. I think they did really well. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about Trossard. And there's been a mixed response. I said it on my video. I said to people, listen, keep it respectful. But I respect anyone's opinion in football, whether you agree or disagree on the situation. I understand it. And that's what football is about. Football is about mixed opinions. That's what makes the game so brilliant. Now, my opinion of Trossard. I think he let the team down yesterday. Now, I understand the argument. People have sent me videos, sent me arguments. There's like 1 second between the whistle going and him kicking the ball away. So, in effect, the argument is, what could he possibly do in 1 second to stop himself from kicking that ball away? And I understand that. However, my point of view, he runs into the back of Bernardo Silva, barges him over. You know it's a foul already. You already know that you have fouled the player. So you know the game is going to stop. So what's the point of you even really going to kick the ball? Because you know that there's going to be an element of risk. Now, I understand the argument. The argument is Doku and Bernardo Silva could have got yellows, especially Doku, right? He kicked the ball away, the referee didn't give it. However, as I said yesterday, my argument was, remember when you was in school, your friend talked, you talked, and then the teacher told you off. And you went, it wasn't just me. And they went, but it was you who got caught. Now, that doesn't make it right. Doku should have definitely got a yellow card. And overall, there seems to be something crazy going on with refereeing. A lot of it is Arsenal. There is issues. And like I said, I'm not going to ignore the fact. Let me read out a few facts. I think that was a great analogy, by the way. Your friend talks, you talk, you got told off. I think that's a great one. Although Hype don't agree with it. Let me just read out some facts about Michael Oliver. Just to let you know that I'm still with you in the thought process that that guy is a disgrace. So Michael Oliver, late in 2023, was paid £20,000 to referee a game in the UAE. That game was funded by the Manchester City ownership group. That's interesting. The same Michael Oliver that last season admitted he refused to send Kovacic off for a studs-up challenge on Declan Rice whilst on a yellow card, his explanation was, I didn't want to send someone off in such a big game and ruin the spectacle. That's interesting, because you didn't care about that yesterday. So, it's all right when our player gets sent off, but not when their player gets sent off. Michael Oliver has also awarded fewer yellow cards to Manchester City compared to any of the top 8 Premier League clubs. Another interesting fact, people. Michael Oliver has awarded Manchester City 11 penalties in games he has refereed in the Premier League, more than any other team. That's interesting as well, isn't it? Michael Oliver has also never issued Manchester City a red card whilst he has worked in the Premier League. Now, I'm not being funny. And you know me, people. I am very anti-blaming referees. They're not good enough, so I don't like to continue to blame them when things go wrong. However, that is an absolute disgrace. This guy was literally employed by Manchester City less than a year ago to fly out and referee a game for them. And they paid him £20,000 for one game. So how on earth is this guy then able to come back and referee a game involving them, somebody that's employed him, and we're expecting him to referee that game on a fair basis? In one corner, you've got Arsenal. In his mind, another team in the Premier League. In the other corner, you've got a company, an ownership, a business that have paid you to go and referee a game. They've obviously spoken to him directly or to his agent if they have agents. So I'm sorry, that for me, and you know me, I'm not one to talk about refs, but how is that allowed? They've literally employed the referee to go and referee a game in another country. And we expect this guy to referee games fairly. It's unbelievable. I've said it before and I've said it again. And this sort of stuff might cost me work and memberships and sponsorship, should I say. I have no doubt in my mind there is corruption in the Premier League. And I'll say it again, louder for those at the back. You will never probably see me on Premier League Live or Sky Sports things and whatever. I have no doubt in my mind there is corruption in the Premier League. I have no doubt. There's just no way that there isn't corruption in this league. It's as simple as that. This league can be manipulated, people. And you're seeing it. Through money. Money is power. Money is king. It's the reality of the situation. There is no doubt there is corruption in this league. Absolutely no doubt. Those things can't all be a coincidence. How is this guy refereeing Arsenal against Manchester City 2 years in a row when we're the two teams going for the title? Yet this guy's been hired by Manchester City's ownership to do work. Yeah, you're right, people. Call it 116. From today, it's no longer 115. It is 116. They pocketed the ref. 116. Add another one on that list. It's 116. You pocketed the ref. He done us last year. We managed to still win the game. This year it didn't work. Doesn't want to send players off in big games. However, don't mind sending our player off. However, that's my little rant over about the referee, right? That's my rant over about the ref. He's a disgrace. He's a cheat. They need to actually start looking at. Do you know what I mean? Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of this country. You're a season ticket holder at Arsenal. Do something about it, man. Start investigating what's going on in the Premier League, in the offices. Keir Starmer's a season ticket holder. He's the Prime Minister of the country. Do something. Start investigating. Anyway. It doesn't let off Trossard, in my opinion. Trossard was stupid. And I tell you what happened. And we spoke about it yesterday on the stream. Trossard gives the ball away 2 minutes before half-time. On the halfway line. Terrible pass. And then Thomas Partey wipes out Savio, gets a yellow card. It's Trossard's fault. The free kick ends up, gets put in the box, headed away. He's trying to make up for his mistake. You've been there in football. I'm sure most of you in the comments, you've played football at some level. When you give the ball away and everyone's moaning at you, what do? You start hunting people down. You know what I mean? You might put in a stupid challenge. He was trying to make up for the terrible pass. The barge on Bernardo Silva alone is borderline. You've barged him straight in the back. What are you running into him for? The ball is coming out of the air for him to control it. We're not in direct danger. He's 40 yards out. You run into the back of him and barge him over with your arm. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And you then boot the ball away, yeah? And he's saying there was only a second between it. His head had gone, people. I'm telling you now. If he was Miles Lewis-Skelly or Waneri, I would have understood it. You're a teenager desperate to prove yourself. You are an experienced 29-year-old footballer that's played in World Cups, Euros, Champions League, Premier League. You lost your head, bro. You lost your head. And as I said, people, every Arsenal fan is within their right to say, why did Doku not get a yellow card? Where is the consistency? And I totally agree with you all. And as I said, I just pointed out those facts about Michael Oliver. How he is allowed to referee this game is unbelievable. He should not be allowed to referee a Manchester City game. They've literally employed him. As a lot of you are saying, it's a conflict of interest. He shouldn't be allowed. But I'm sorry, Leandro Trossard will have gone home last night, sat in his house. He let the group down. There is no doubt about it. He let that team down. Because I look at it like this. Doku getting a yellow card or not wouldn't have probably influenced that game. Unless he did something stupid again and got sent off. But Trossard, what you did ruined that game of football for our team. We had no opportunity to attack them in the second half. We literally set up 2 tents on the edge of our own box and didn't move. We was in the ascendancy as that half was ending, and you ruined it. And I was speaking about it on the stream. Don't get sent off. He barged over Kyle Walker in the corner. Luckily, he was offside. And he didn't respond. His head had gone, I'm afraid. So for me, Trossard, you let the group down. I think we probably win that game with 11 players on the pitch. So that's me about the ref. That's me about Trossard. Let me know what you guys think. As I said, be respectful. Everyone's opinion is welcome. Trossard lacked discipline. That's the truth, says Nick. Trossard is experienced. Exactly. Nicky said, Trossard failed. No discussion. Consistency in refereeing is dead in the Premier League. It's finished. Refereeing in the Premier League is completely... It's the worst I've ever seen it. Got to know he's on a yellow. And plus 2 weeks ago, Declan Rice got sent off for just tapping the ball away. So he should have known. This reminds me of Martinelli's double yellow. Our players are too emotional. I mean, I saw a stat yesterday. 18 yellow cards since Arteta's been in charge. The next is 8 yellow cards. What's going on? Why are we so emotional? Why are we getting so many players sent off? I don't get it. This isn't even the Arsenal, Vieira. This isn't even that sort of team. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. This isn't Vieira and all of that. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. This is our young, friendly group that isn't that wild, getting yellow cards every minute. Leigh said, I have no doubt that Rayo will get sent off for time wasting. Our team is emotional because our manager is. Possibly, yeah. Yeah. Arteta is emotional. These players are his kind of players, yeah. I want it to be that team. So do I. So do I. I do. Anyway, just some of you were saying about Rodri. Now, apparently on the website, there was a report that Rodri had done his ACL, but there's now an article coming out saying Manchester City's first test results on Sunday night have ruled out a serious injury sustained by Rodri. It is now more optimistic that it will be weeks or months rather than the season. So it looks as if Rodri, from what that report's saying, it may not be an ACL injury. However, they don't know the full extent yet, so we'll have to see. Are we emotional? I don't know. I don't know, but it is interesting that we're getting so many red cards. I know I was looking at the list, Xhaka was on there, I think, 3 times. But listen, let me just say something. Let me just say something in a more positive outlook. We've spoken about the ref. We've spoken about Trossard. I wanted to get that out the way because I don't want this to be Arsenal therapy. We're all disappointed we didn't win the game yesterday. But I do think there is a lot of things we can take out of the game. Now, this picture here, it's Gabriel and Haaland squaring up, Saliba in the middle, ref running over, all of that. I came away from that game yesterday, as I said, I love the fact this turned into a scrap. And it might sound very simplistic and almost Sunday League, right? What I'm saying. It sounds very basic. Sunday League, go on, get stuck in. But this is what I've been looking for from Arsenal for a long time. Even before the game yesterday, I was like, yo, I don't like all this hugging and shaking hands in the tunnel. Oh, Doku and Trossard, we play for Belgium. Gabriel and Ederson, we play for Brazil. I'll WhatsApp you later, bro. Yo, you good? What's saying? Yo, bun all that. I don't care if you're my best friend. Premier League, we're playing against each other. It's war. I'll message you tonight, but you might have stud marks on your ankle. It's as simple as that. I'm not on all that. I love the fact that yesterday, Arsenal went to war with Manchester City. We went to war with them. Arteta and Pep, passion. Pep's kicking seats. Arteta's arguing. Haaland and Gabriel. It was all going off. It had that feeling of United Arsenal back in the day, or City Liverpool, or Liverpool Chelsea back in the day. It was proper Premier League. And the sad thing about yesterday is, I think we got denied the best game in the Premier League yesterday because of the red card. Obviously, second half was just we retreat and defend, and it was all Manchester City. But that was proper. They had the belief yesterday, which is why I kept saying, stop going there and surrendering and just accepting a point. Believe that you can beat them. We were going to see the best game in the Premier League this season. We were denied it, and it's a shame. And I think we would have beat them. However, we'll never know, and that's the shame about it. If it had been 11 against... I thought they were rattled last 15 minutes. We grew into that game. We started pretty bad. We were slow. We conceded. I thought, wow, how are we going to turn this around? Score a belter. Get the typical clean sheet goal that we get every game now. And we were in the ascendancy, people. Pep was fuming. So... But I love the fact that this is turning into a dirty rivalry. And that is what I want. Now, let me just say a couple things. Haaland throws the ball in the back of Gabriel's head while Gabriel's got the shirt over his head after they equalised. I didn't really rate that. I tell you why. I didn't rate it because it's a bit of a coward move from Haaland. He's got the shirt over his head. You throw the ball and run off. He doesn't know who's done it. However, the game is the game. I also accept it. I also do accept it at the same time. It's a dirty game. There's no love in war, is there, people? So, but I love the fact Gabriel was like, yo, we'll see you in the return. But to me, if you're going to war with anybody, even on a football pitch, do it face to face, bro. Square up to me. Throw that ball in. If I was Gabriel, I would say, brother, throw the ball in my face while you're facing me. And then we can, whatever it is after that, it's that. You throwing it in the back of my head with the shirt over my head, to me, that's a coward move. You're meant to be big bad Haaland, bro. The robot who'll take on anyone. I think that's a coward move. I'm going to keep it 100. Run up to me, throw that ball in my face. Is what I would be thinking if I'm Gabriel. If you're a bad man, Haaland, go up to him and dash the ball in his face. And whatever it is after that, it is what it is. Yeah, you're the big bad Viking from Norway. You eat carrots and drink milk. Throw the ball in his face. There is an element of comedy about it, though. I can't lie. It's cowardly, but it is a bit funny, you know. He dashed it and ran off. He's like a big kid. But you know what? We'll see you at the Emirates. We'll see you at the Emirates, is what I'm saying. We'll see you at the Emirates. Like Gabriel said, bro, we will see you at the Emirates. So I'm looking forward to it. It's added something to that game now. You know what? Over the years, I said this for a long time. You know when Manchester City were dominating the Premier League when we was finishing 8th and all of that? I had no problem with Man City. You know? In fact, I admired the way they played football. Pep, I always liked Pep. They've always had players that I liked. Yaya Toure, Leroy Sané, Aguero. You see now, I can't stand this team. And it is because they're good. I'm not even hating. They're good, but I can't stand them. You know why? Because you're the thing that's in the way from Arsenal getting to the promised land. So I can't stand them. I don't like Man City. I don't like their players. Pep, bun him as well. He's a bold fraud. All of them. Haaland, no. I hope you never win Ballon d'Or. I want Mbappe, Vinny, all of them to do it. Yeah, it's war now. It feels real now. So yeah, that's how it is. 115. I've hardly spoke about 115. Yeah, take them to court, charge them, all of that. All of it. It's war. I'm telling you, it's war now. Bun Man City, people. I'm saying it out loud. Bun them. 116, I'm calling them from now on. They paid that ref. That ref's in their pocket. This is it now. The rivalry began properly yesterday. Yeah? I can't wait for that next game at the Emirates. We better win this title this year. And let me tell you some... And Liverpool fans. I've got a lot of friends who are Liverpool fans, right? And Marcel's here. You have had to deal with it. But you know, because we weren't in that title race, I didn't understand it. Liverpool fans kept saying, yo, we hate Man City. I thought, I don't understand it. I haven't been in that situation for a long time. Let me tell you something. This almost feels worse than when we used to go at it with Man United. And I tell you why. Because Man United, as much as I couldn't stand Man United when it was us and them, I still had that mutual respect for them that you are a giant of a football club and you have got there pretty much the right way. With Manchester City, I'm like, yo, you've used the cheat code. You've played Grand Theft Auto and pressed up, down, left, right, R1, R2 to get the wanted level down. You're a cheat. You know what I mean? You just paid your way to the top. So now, listen, let me tell you something. All of that Manchester, every game they play, now, I'm going to do so many Man City watch-alongs this year. Hate-alongs. So many. Bon Manchester City. I'm telling you now. Haaland, no Ballon d'Ors. All of them. All of them. I can't stand Manchester City. The energy levels changed yesterday. You're throwing the ball in the back of his head. All right, watch this. Watch what goes along now. Every game they lose. 116, people, I'm telling you. I hope they get done in court as well. Pull it all down, people. Oz says, big up Curtis. The bias and allegiances are very clear. Let's hope down the line we don't get another La Liga corruption referee scandal. Let's see, bro. Bobby said there is corruption, but anytime a team dominates, they blame it on corruption. Did it with United, with Barca, with Real. Always excuses. United's was different. United's was like dominance tax. People were scared of Ferguson. I kind of understood that. He had the FA in his pocket. This one's different. This is brown envelopes. This is brown envelopes. Southern Guna said, Trossard completely turned everything upside down. We've dropped points twice this year for madness that results in red cards, lack of discipline. You can't do it. Not in a title race. You just can't do it. Big up, Matt. Richard said it's all excuses. Not a single Arsenal fan would agree with the red card, even if Doku got booked. Ref pulled Walker out of position. Zero corruption. Bro, I've said multiple times Trossard deserved the red. Doku should have got booked. The Kyle Walker thing, yeah, I said it on the fan cam. Pep was fuming about it. Refs should have to do post-match interview like the players and managers to answer questions about the decisions made and why. I think they do that to protect them. If they start doing interviews, people are going to cherry pick everything that they've said. They become the star of the show, the headlines. I just don't think they'll allow that to happen. K-Stacks, I don't think it's about being emotional. If the boys match aggression, they're emotional. We're just not banter. We're together now. Love it. Yeah. You do have to control emotion. It can't spill over. And I felt like with Trossard, it spilled over. I tell you this. And this might sound bad, but I'm going to say it. I'm not in the mood for nothing from Man City today. Let me tell you this. Trossard, as a fan, I would rather Trossard got sent off wiping out Haaland, for example. If you're going to get... You know when Vieira used to get sent off, grabbing Roy Keane by the neck, wiping out Van Nistelrooy, Lauren digging Van Nistelrooy in the ribs after the game. You get sent off for that, I'm probably like, you know what? You've let us down, but if you're going to get sent off, do it like that. Do it like that. Wipe out Haaland in the corner, have him rolling off the pitch. Referee runs over, sends you off. All the players are in a scrap. I'm not happy about it, but if it's got to happen, then that's how you do it. Kicking the ball away, things like that, to me, is just stupidity. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. It's just petty behaviour that doesn't do anything for anybody. If you're going to get sent off, wipe Haaland out. You know what I mean? That's what I'd rather see. I used to see Vieira get sent off all the time. I never went mad because I knew what time it was. But it is what it is. And listen, I mean, look, Bojan says here, I understand your point on Trossard. I agree to a certain extent. As a player, when you see others not punished, you tend to do the same, expecting the same results. Fact is, Arsenal are refed different. Yeah, maybe. But, you know, in a young group, a 29-year-old experienced footballer, he needs to be able to elevate himself above other people and say, listen, people are losing their heads, but I'm going to stay calm, you know. So I get your point as well, though. There is an element that you can defend him and say he kicked the ball away 1 second. Oliver maybe should have said, well, there wasn't a lot of time. I'm not going to book him. I just thought he was a bit stupid, but they still don't respect Arsenal and Sir Bernardo. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It's going to be a long show, actually. We started late anyway. I actually thought I'd been on for an hour, but I started at 2:30. So Bernardo Silva. The difference, I don't know. Maybe that Liverpool have already won a Premier League, Arsenal haven't. That Liverpool have won a Champions League, Arsenal haven't. Liverpool always faced us face to face to try to win the games. Ooh, yes! Let me tell you something. There's a lot of Arsenal fans angry with this comment. And I get it. He is a little rat face, you know. We remember them comments that he made as well back in the day about, was it Mendy? Should we be really petty? Should we be really petty now with our Manchester City dislike? But you know what? I love that comment. Do you know why I love this comment? Because we've rattled them, people. We've rattled them. You know when a girl breaks up with you in school, you was in school and she breaks up with you, you go, I don't care, she was ugly anyway. But deep down, you're like, damn, no. I didn't even want her, man. Bun that chick, she's ugly, man. Don't even care, I got bare things, bro. This little rat, mate. Rattled. Why? Because you used to us rolling up at the Etihad and you just roll us over, tickle our bellies. Couldn't break us down for, you know, most of that second half. So you have to go in the press conference and try and downplay our achievement. Oh, they're not Liverpool. They haven't won the league like Liverpool. Do you know what, Bernardo, mate? We'll see you at the Emirates as well, you little rat face. Yeah, I love it. I love this. We've bothered them, haven't we? We've really bothered them. Why are they so angry? You drew the game. Shouldn't we be angry? We conceded. What's the problem? Why are they so annoyed? I don't get it. I don't get it. But I love it. Let me be really petty. It's Monday, the 23rd of September. It's 3:06 p.m. in the UK. Big up everyone locked in. 2,000 of you locked in, right? 2,000 of you locked in. Why is he angry? You've won multiple trophies. You're playing for the top team. You got Pep. But because we drew a game, you're crying. Let's talk about this, you little rat. Yeah, I'm petty today, people. I'm petty today. Let's talk about this. Shall I just walk out the room? Let's talk about this little dirty rat. Crying about Arsenal. Let's talk about you, Bernardo Silva. Because I ain't in the mood for this disrespect. Give us our dues and walk off the pitch, Bernardo. 2 seasons ago, the FA have confirmed that Manchester City star Bernardo Silva has been banned for 1 match and fined £50,000 after sending a racially offensive tweet to Benjamin Mendy. Yo. Stop playing with me, brother. We ain't in the mood for this. I'm Dubois today, brother, and you're AJ. You little rat. Keep our name out of your mouth. Yeah? About Liverpool this and Liverpool that. You racially offended your own teammate, yet you're talking about my football club. Keep our name out of your mouth, bro. We'll see you back at the Emirates, you little rat face. I'm not playing today and I'm under the weather. You know what I'm saying? Honey and lemon. You think I'm playing with this guy, little rat, talking about Arsenal? I told you, this is what I'm saying. You got to get sent off. Just wipe him out. Don't kick the ball away, Trossard. If you're getting sent off, I'm glad he elbowed him in the back. Guy thinks I'm playing. I got receipts, people. I got receipts. So don't talk about our team, bro. Don't talk about our team, you little rat. Wipe him out next game if someone's got to get sent off. That's where we're... I told you, bro, I'm petty today. Real petty. Real petty. We got a draw. We got a man sent off. Yet the guy's whole interview, he spoke about Arsenal. What's the problem? You drew the game. You scored last second. What are they annoyed about us for? Oh, guess what? Because you've bullied us for years, yeah? You've spent more money than us. You beat us all the time. We can't keep up with you. Now what? We're right next to you. We're in a title race with you. You're struggling to break us down with 10 players. Our players are squaring up to you. Haaland's doing little throwing the ball and running off. Yet you're doing the whole interview talking about Arsenal. Why are you mad, bro? Why are you mad? I don't know. Maybe we got too much culture in our team. Is that the problem? I don't know. Let's not talk about it, but the facts are the facts, bro. You was charged for racial abuse to your own player. Whew. Crazy behaviour. Crazy behaviour. Let's leave it there, Bernardo. Let's leave it there. I think I've said enough, people. I think I've said enough. Maybe I should have done that at the end of the stream. I feel like that was the mic drop. I should have just locked the stream off. But we got a lot to talk about. Big up everyone locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'm under the weather, but I'm fighting fit. Honey and lemon settings. Bernardo trying to talk about our football club. Bun that little rat face. We'll see him at the Emirates. Someone's got to wipe him out. Let's just clip them up. I don't think we could ever win a title that would be sweeter than winning this title over them. Please, just one. We don't have to win it for another 10, but give us one, please. Just give us one this season. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Just briefly. I've got no idea how I'm going to do player ratings because I haven't even planned it. I've hardly thought about it, but we'll freestyle our way through it. And we'll find a way to make it work. I'll lean on the community. You guys let me know. I think it's good that we drew the game and we're annoyed. I think that's a massive positive. I think that's a great thing. And it shows the progression. Now, that doesn't mean we're unhappy with a point. A point's not bad at Manchester City ever, but of course we're disappointed. We were seconds away from beating them with 10 men. I was devastated after the game. I can't lie. I just thought we saw them off for so long. But I felt like there's a change in the energy in that game yesterday. I took so much hope and belief from that game. So much. And the players need to as well. And listen, as a football club, they're under pressure. They've got a court case in the background. Pep's contract's up in the summer. There's a lot going on. Who knows what's going to happen this season? You know? And listen, I've always said I don't want to rely on them getting points taken off them, but if they've cheated, they'll get their punishment. Let me just read out these super chats. They've mounted up a little bit, and then we'll get into player ratings and stuff like that. Cooper said, proud of the boys. They played with a champion's heart yesterday. 100%, bro. I said many times on this channel, towards the end of Wenger's years, there was a real disconnect with Arsenal Football Club as a fan. And it wasn't because we weren't winning trophies, although we won the odd FA Cup. It was the players did not represent Arsenal in the correct manner. getting battered by teams in big games, no fight, no heart, mercenaries from other clubs, just a lack of spirit and ability to connect with the fans. I still want improvements at this club, and not everything's perfect. We need to win trophies. But at least as a fan, I can look at that team and go, you know what? You're representing the fan base properly. You care, you're running through brick walls, you're trying, you're giving everything. Are you good enough? That's the question. We're going to find out this season. But you're representing the fan base properly. Every Arsenal fan should be proud of the team yesterday. 100%. Big up Lazario, new member. Appreciate your support, bro. Would Dyche get Haaland and Pep in? I mean, listen, mate. There's only one bold genius in the Premier League, and it ain't Pep Guardiola, mate. It's Sean Dyche. Have you ever seen Pep drink 4 pints of diesel through his nostrils? You've never seen it. I did that on Saturday night. And Haaland, you're a fraud, mate. You throw a ball in the back of my head, I'll headbutt you backwards and knock you out, you B-Tech Viking. That's what Dyche would say, mate. I won't do it too long. I've already got a sore throat and a cold. So, Bruce Wayne said, if Kivior holds this position, we don't concede. Unfortunate. He ran out of position to block the shot. Him blocking the shot leads to the ball going to John Stones. He doesn't know that, does he? So I won't blame him. Aidan, February 1st, mark the calendars, guys. We will be ready. Arsenal v Man City Part 2. Forget Valentine's Day. We're going to war. K Stack said, Tross couldn't pull out the kick. He was mid-action, to be honest. Like it was a second between the whistle and the kick. Yeah, I hear you on that. I do. I just think once he does the tackle, he knows the foul's coming. So, did he need to even kick the ball? I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh on him. Maybe I'm being harsh. I always love Silva, but after this, Silva, F you, now they rattled. Oh, love it. We were supposed to be battered yesterday. Exactly. So, I love the fact they're angry. I love the fact they're dissing us. I can't wait. K-Stack always likes Silva. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, I'll be honest. I like Bernardo Silva as a player, but not no more. We're going to get that guy. Cooper said, proud of the boys. Played with Champions Heart. Rattled City. Marco said, I need Arsenal winning the Premier League. City relegated and a summer of rum punch and UK garage like it's 03-04. That's what we need again, innit? Proper summertime. Funky house, bashment music, all of that. All these little statements. Can you believe the statements that would be coming out if they lost? Oh my, yes, the team is hard. It's time to slap Pep on his bald head. They drew with Arsenal's B team. Listen. It's, I can't even imagine how salty they would have been if we'd have beat them. I think they might have cried. Did you see what Wrighty said about Haaland? Yeah, I did. He said cowardly, throwing the ball in the back of his head. I agree. But you know what? Let's handle our business on the pitch. Throw pizza at Pep. Yeah, trust me, man. They won't forget what he did. Gabriel's about that life. Let's talk about the game briefly, and we'll try and do player ratings because I haven't planned them, so I'm going to have to just kind of think as we go through them. 2-2, Haaland in the 9th minute, Calafiori 22nd, Gabriel Magalhaes in the 46th, Trossard sent off in the 53rd minute, and then Stones in the 98th minute. I mean, even saying that just feels painful. That's a great analogy. Yesterday was like when Rocky punched Drago in Rocky 4. When he punches him and cuts him, and he's like, he's cut. And then the trainer's like, see, he's not a machine. He's a man. That's what it is. We cut Drago yesterday. Now we got to get him. We get him, Rock. You know what I mean? Drago! All of that business, people. I'm telling you, watch that. Yesterday was positive for Arsenal. Trust me, long term. If I'm sitting here at the end of the season and we haven't won the league, just delete this stream. I'll edit it and, you know what I mean, we'll pretend it never happened. But at the moment, I am hyped. My dislike for Man City has gone through the roof. I can't lie. Their kit, their players, all of it. As far as I'm concerned, it's like, you know, having fake Gucci shoes from the market. It's not real. It's all plastic. Let's do player ratings for Arsenal. As you can imagine, it's Arsenal, so our man of the match is going to be a defensive player, as we do. Yeah, I am. Do you know what? Listening to myself, I am really petty today, aren't I? No, I am Curtis Petty Shaw today. I can't even believe how petty I am. But they bothered me yesterday, and they're so bothered by us, I can't understand it. If we went there, struggled, and got a last-second equaliser, I wouldn't even be talking about them. I'd be hyped. So the fact they're so bothered about us, I just can't believe it. But I love it. I am unbelievably petty today. It's ridiculous how petty I'm being, honestly. But I'm kind of embracing it and enjoying it. I don't know. It's good. I feel like we're doing something. That's why. No need to be petty when you finish in 8th. But I feel petty right now. Real petty. You know, real petty. Let's get man of the match out the way. David Raya. Another quality performance. What do I give David Raya? I mean, we conceded 2 goals. He's unlucky with the second one. The first one... I give him... How high do I give him as a rating? I would probably not give him 9. Only because we conceded 2. And I'm not sure if he made any save that was like... he did make some good catches though, didn't he? It's concentration level. I'm going to give him 8.5. I think that's fair. Like, some of you might think that's harsh. 8, 9, 8.5, 10. I'm going to give him 8.5. I still think as a goalkeeper, you've conceded 2. Not that they're his fault, but just reality of the situation. Did he make any save that I think, wow, how did he save that? Not really. But his handling was outstanding from crosses. That is what I loved. They put so many crosses in, he collected loads of them. So I give him 8.5. He's man of the match. In fact, is he man of the match? He's not. Or is he? It could be Gabriel. No, let's keep going. 8.5. He did make some very good saves. Yeah, the Vardy old volley. But even that, I think he should save that. I give him 8.5. Give him 8.5. Let's go to the back 4. Let's start with Calafiori. Somebody messaged me last night saying, wow, we found our left back. I said, are you getting blinded by the goal? Because I thought Calafiori got twisted up yesterday. I actually think he was our worst defender. I thought Savinho was twisting him up. Got done for the goal. Done him 3 or 4 times. I'll give him a little bit of... What word shall I use? I'll give him a bit of a bligh. Making your full debut away at Manchester City against a Savinho that's really sharp. By the way, Savinho, 30 million pounds, 20 years of age. That is one of the signings of the season. Oh, what a player he is, by the way. Scary how good he is for 20 years of age. Because Calafiori whipped one in the top corner, I'll give him a... I'm not sure what I'm going to give him, actually. Let me look. 6 out of 10 is average. I think he played below average as a defender. But the goal lifts it. He improved a little bit defensively. I was thinking 6.5. Do we scrape him a 7? Let's see what you guys are saying. What a goal. Do you know what? The goal, the celebration, the passion, I'll give him a 7. The goal gets him a 7. If he doesn't score, I'm probably giving him a 5. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was below average. The goal's outstanding. So I let him off. But first half especially, he was getting dealt with. But it's not easy. City away. Savinho's at it. I give him a 7. He's whipped one in the top corner from... And we probably... You never know. We might not even get back into the game if he doesn't score that. But he got taught a tough lesson. The only good thing I would say, you're not going to have many more difficult games than that. Away at City with Savinho playing like that is a very, very tough day at the office. So I give him a 7. He did all right in the end. Urian Timber on the other side, I thought he did well. I don't think Doku did anything against him, really. Jinked around a lot. And then Grealish came on. Grealish looks like he's buffering all the time. You know, he's just pretending to run at you and then he cuts back. I saw a crazy stat that I couldn't believe. I don't know how much to read into it or how much, you know, I should let it affect the ratings of either player. Big up my bro Akeem in the stats as well. In the stats, in the comments. It's been a long weekend. I saw a stat that Timber and Havertz failed to complete a single pass in the entire game. It's the first time that outfield players who've played more than 89 minutes have failed to do that in a match. I don't know how much I read into that, but it's not a stat that you would want. Like one pass, just play the ball back to the goalkeeper just to get that off you. That is not a nice stat to have. I mean, you could say Timber was just clearing the ball most of the time, but not one pass? Jeez, that's madness. Context does matter. Listen, most of the time he's probably just clearing the ball. So I'm still going to give him a good rating. I'm giving him 8 out of 10. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if he gave the ball away 500 times. He pocketed Doku and Grealish was buffering. You know? When you see Grealish play football, it's like you want to restart your computer. You're like, what's happened? Is it stuck? No, that's how he plays. But in the first half, yeah, when we had 11 men, not one pass, but I don't care. I let him off 8 out of 10. Still wrapped up both their left wingers. Let's go to the 2 centre-backs. Saliba. I'll give Saliba 8 out of 10. I thought he was good as well. The goal was frustrating. Haaland runs between both centre-backs. I didn't like that. But apart from that, I thought they were solid. And it was just a calm performance from Saliba, really. It's almost just a standard 8 out of 10 for him. I thought he was solid. I thought he was good. Did nothing wrong, really. I did think on the second goal, maybe should have been closer to Stones, but somebody else showed a video showing it was somebody else. But initially, I thought it was Saliba. I need to watch that back, actually. I might watch that back in a second and we could maybe review it. Let me try and get the clip up. Oh, I have got it, actually, I think. Let's have a look. Where is it? The goal's right at the end. Shot. I want the other angle. Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I still kind of think that could be Saliba's fault. I do think it could. I'm marking him down to 7.5. I think he should be marking. Do you know what? Should we get this up? I can't play it. That's the sad thing about it. But oh yeah, no. I'm marking him down. You know. This doesn't look very clear. I don't know why the... Let me show this. I'm downgrading him. I am sticking with my initial thing. I think it's his fault. Now, the ball has just been hit by Kovacic from here. Kovacic has had the shot. I hope you guys can see this clear. Saliba is here. He's marking no one. John Stones is there. Surely Saliba, what's that, do you reckon? 3 or 4 yards? You've got to move backwards there. 3 or 4 yards, get in front of John Stones. When that shot is blocked by Kivior, who is here, 50-50, you can probably block that. You might even clear it before John Stones. Listen, I love Saliba. He's my favourite defender at Arsenal. I think that is his fault. I'm sorry. He's the only player there, really, that is close enough to mark Stones. There's another player there next to him. He's marking someone. It's Saliba's fault, in my opinion. He's standing there ball watching. He isn't doing anything. Because what I saw when I played the whole video is Grealish takes the corner quickly. So I feel like Arsenal weren't ready, like they weren't marking everyone. I'm going to be honest, I'm bringing him... I think that is basic defending. It's a tiny, tiny error. But It's costly, people. It's costly. Two players marking one guy. Yeah, there's two actually marking no one here at the front post. But this is what I'm saying. I think we were caught out. If you look at here, Man City have got three players on the edge of the penalty area, unmarked. Kovacic is like 2 or 3 yards inside the area. Partey's here. Players should have been out. It's as if, as they were taking the corner, we were lined up on the edge of the 6-yard box. I don't think we were prepared. We needed to push 2 players out to the edge of the box to stop this ball being rolled into Kovacic to shoot. If we'd have had a couple of midfielders on the edge of the box, Grealish would have just had to cross that in. And the way we were defending, I think we just had that ball away and we've won the game. They took the short corner quick. We weren't prepared. We were camped on the edge of our 6-yard box. Kovacic gets the shot. It actually looks like it's going to be saved by Raya. Kivior throws himself in the way, which I don't blame him. Because if it goes top corner and he thinks I could have blocked it, we would blame him. But him blocking it makes it fall to John Stones. Saliba's gone to sleep. Stones scores. So it's a painful one. I think it was avoidable. Right, let's go back to player rating. So I'm marking Saliba down because of that, because I think he should be marking. But I think 45 minutes plus 7 minutes added on, 52 minutes of, you could say 51 minutes of absolute elite level concentration and defending, and we switch off for 20 seconds and it costs us the game. And that's the harsh reality of playing in the Premier League against Manchester City. You can defend well for the whole game. 20 seconds you switch off and they'll score. And that's a sad thing. And that's what we have to learn. That's what we have to learn. If we'd have got 2 midfielders out to the edge of the box, Grealish crosses that, we probably win the header and we win that game. Because they took it quick. We weren't prepared. Kovacic on mark gets the shot. No one's marking Stones off the rebound and they score. It was avoidable. It's sad. It is sad. Kivior for me, though, Iffy, you're saying you don't blame Kivior. If I see a guy shooting from 12, 14 yards out and I feel I can block it, imagine Kivior moved out the way and it curls into the top corner. What are we going to say about Kivior? He's a defender. The guy's shooting. He knows he can get in the way of it and block it. He doesn't know what's going on behind him. For all he knows, Raya's 2 yards to the right and can't reach it. Any defender is supposed to try and block a shot if he can get there. So I can't blame Kivior. He's unfortunate that the ball hit him and doesn't go away from him very far. It goes straight to Stones. So I'm not blaming Kivior whatsoever. You can't expect a defender to move out of the way in the hope that his goalkeeper saves it, you know? It's not realistic. Don't forget Saliba and Gabriel on the first goal. They were too far apart. I didn't understand why. I looked at it and I thought Gabriel was trying to come and cover for Calafiori, who'd just been turned by Savinho, and then the gap appeared. So, however, I'm going to give Gabriel 9 out of 10. And I am going to give him man of the match, despite the David Raya heroics. Gabriel Magalhaes, Premier League away matches, scored at Stamford Bridge, not this season, but he has scored there. He scored at Anfield, he scored at the Tottenham Stadium, and now scored at the Etihad. Not only is he a big defender, this is a big game goal scorer as well. For me, I love his fight. He's just passionate. He's having a great season. Now, I think he's having a very, very good season, and I love his passion. And he should have scored just before it. So I thought he did well. I like him. He's that defender that winds up strikers. I think you've got it right there. Conventional said he's a Ramos-like character. He is. Ramos, Rudiger. I'm not saying he's as good as them, but they're the wind-up merchants. And I like him. Yeah, do you see Walker trying to give him a little tap in the ribs? Man said, brother, move out the way. Bang! Brilliant. He's a leader. I think he's a genuine leader. I would have liked him or Declan Rice to have had the armband yesterday. Is he our top scorer? I put that in the title, didn't I? Defenders score again. Brilliant from him. I'm going to say it, and a few of you have said it in the comments. I think yesterday Thomas Partey put in a very, very good performance. Went under the radar. We're not going to talk about it. It wasn't glamorous. I thought he was very good yesterday. We were in a situation we needed a lot of calm heads. He was on a yellow card in the first half. He had a horrific game against Atalanta. One of the worst performances I've ever seen from Thomas Partey against Atalanta. And I was like, you've probably got to drop him. I thought yesterday you saw a very, very good performance from Thomas Partey. He worked well with Declan Rice. He protected in front of the back four. He was on a yellow, kept his head. I was really impressed with his performance, especially in that second half. I'm going to give him 8.5, same as David Raya. What are you guys giving him? Partey got rid of the Zimmer frame for this game, but you probably can get one game a week out of him, you know. The Vice General showed up. Yeah, maybe not the full General, but the Vice. He showed up yesterday, man. He was quality. He was quality. Somebody just said in the comments, Julian was laughing about Rodri's injury. I haven't seen no interview, so I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I am live at 5 with Turkish, by the way. Oh, geez, just confirmed it. So 5 o'clock, hour and a half, we'll be back. 8.5 is fair. 8. No Indomie yesterday. Partey is getting back to full fitness. Yeah, I thought he did really well. Declan Rice yesterday. What did Declan Rice? He got booked as well, didn't he? Rice was decent as well. Rice was decent. I'd probably say... What'd I give Rice? Was he as good as Partey? Maybe... Ooh, some of you coming low with the ratings. 7, 5, 6. I thought Rice put in a good shift. I'd have probably give him a 7. I'd have probably give Rice... Declan Spice. I'd have give Rice a 7. Rice was cooking, yeah. I thought he put a good shift in. Covered the ground well. Some of you saying non-existent. Wow. I like his aggression. I give him a 7, man. It's still not the Rice of last season, but it was an improvement on what we've seen. We didn't get the opportunity to attack second half, so it was difficult for him. I give him a 7. I thought he ran his socks off. He defended well. He gave us energy in there as well. Very average performance. Wow, some of you still not happy with it. He does need to improve his passing. We knew that was the part of his game that needed improving once we got him. That's something we have to improve on. Bukayo Saka, 45 minutes. He did get an assist, good corner. He was starting to grow into the game, which again is what frustrates me about Trossard, man. I thought he was starting to get to the point where Vardy went on a couple good runs. I give Saka a 7 just because purely he only played 45 minutes. I don't think I can mark him much higher than that. And I'm not going to mark him lower. I thought he had a solid first half. 6, 7. I give him a 7. He got the assist. He was starting to grow into the game. They sacrificed him. I was shocked that he was the one who was taken off, but I think it was the right decision. 6, quiet. Only corner helped out. We were under a lot of pressure in the first half, though, man. Especially in the first 25 minutes. I think we weren't really an attacking threat. But he put in a lot of defensive work, and I thought our attacks were starting to build. I give him a 7. Martinelli, again, I thought Martinelli was a better performance yesterday, encouraging. Now, don't get me wrong, he wasn't rip-roaring away from Kyle Walker, but he got an assist for Calafiori, kept the ball better, lifted his head up. Second half, he struggled. We couldn't attack, and the couple times he got to run at Walker, he couldn't do him. He couldn't get away from him, but, you know, he ended up getting cramp. He put in a shift. I'm going to give him 7.5. I thought he did well yesterday. I think that was a building block performance. Wasn't glamorous, but it was better. There was more thought process in his performance. Put in a shift. He was our only outlet. Got an assist. Definitely a building block performance for him to you know, work his way. Let's not give up on him. I still believe there's a talent there. Leandro Trossard. I mean, listen, it depends on your opinion of whether you think he was ill-treated by the referee or you think he was stupid. I think he was stupid. I'm giving him a 1 out of 10 because I think he cost us the game. And you're an experienced football player who should not be doing that. You're not a 17-year-old, 18-year-old like Lewis Skelly who's trying to prove himself. You're a 29-year-old who's played in World Cups. That is Stella or Trossard. 1 out of 10 for me. As I said, I'd rather you got sent off wiping a player out than kicking the ball away. I'm not going to go on about it too much. I explained it at the start, my feelings. If you think he was unfairly sent off, then the rating can be a lot higher. I actually don't think he was playing that well anyway, to be honest. He missed a half-decent chance, gave the ball away and got Partey booked. So despite the red card, I actually don't think he was playing well. And I wouldn't play him in that 10 role moving forward. I don't think he actually suits that role at the moment. But not everybody will agree. Owen says, he kicked the ball out half a second after the whistle. And I hear you. Havertz, I mean, as I said, Havertz and Timber got this crazy stat of not completing a pass in the whole game, which is unbelievable. But context does matter. And Don, you're right. You know what? Something that I never knew that Havertz had was he's actually got a bit of a nasty streak about him, which I never thought he even had that kind of personality about him when he came to Arsenal. My opinion of Havertz is kind of the same as it's always been. Some people think it's very harsh, but it's the reality. Yesterday, he put in a great shift, so I will give him credit. I think every Arsenal player on the pitch, apart from Trossard, deserves a decent rating because 10 men for 45 minutes against the team that keeps the ball better than anybody else in Europe, that is not easy, let me tell you that. So for the pure dirty work and running and barging Rodri over, and who else did he square up to someone else as well? It wasn't his barge that injured Rodri before anybody gets onto that. It was, that one after 20 seconds. However, I just still have this feeling. So I'm giving him 7 just for the shift. You put in an unbelievable shift. I just still have this feeling. And I hope people don't take this out of context because a lot of people are happy that we got a draw away at City. I just still have this feeling that Havertz isn't good enough to be our striker. I'll be honest. I'm giving him a 7 for the work rate. It was an unbelievable shift. You never stop running. You link up play, blah, blah, blah. He's not the answer. Not many people will have these conversations on their channel. Some will, some won't. And some people might think that he is good enough. So if they do, then I don't expect them to say that. However, I don't think he's good enough to win Arsenal a Premier League title. You saw the difference yesterday. How many chances did Haaland have yesterday? I actually can't remember Haaland. He had a few half chances, but in terms of clear chance, the only real chance he had as a clear chance was the goal. And look what happens when he gets the chance. He bags. Now, I still got to be honest, in the first half, we had 11 players on the pitch. I don't remember Havertz having a shot in the first half, and he didn't complete a pass. The reality is, and I know people will say, oh, here he goes, the solicitor's back, the lawyer's back. The reality is, 3 years ago, we had Aubameyang. He wasn't at his best at the time, but he is a better striker than what Havertz is. There are players out there, in my opinion, who are gettable, who are better than Havertz. If Arsenal want to win the Premier League this season, I think they have to be active in the market in January, even if that means just buying one player. The reality of the situation is, and let's say it as it is here, people, and I don't want people to think I'm doing Havertz dirty here. Havertz is not a striker. That's not me being horrible. That's me being realistic. We are playing an attacking midfielder up front because in attacking midfield, he wasn't good enough. That's the reality of the situation. We signed him as Xhaka's replacement. And he's now playing up front because in the Xhaka role, he was ineffective. So what you bought him for is what he's not doing. You've had to put him somewhere else. As I've always said, you might get away with somebody like that, Firmino, if your two wingers are getting 20 goals each. We don't have that at the moment. So as much as Havertz has improved, and it isn't the first half of last season where we was annihilating him, he's definitely improved. I am still not in a situation where I'm prepared to say I'm happy with Havertz up front in this Arsenal team. As far as I'm concerned, Havertz is not good enough to win a league title playing up front for Arsenal. And Don, listen, I agree with you. It's not Havertz's fault. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him for 1 second. He didn't buy himself. He doesn't pick himself. But I'm just saying what I believe. I do not believe Arsenal win the Premier League with Havertz up front. People were saying at the start of the season, Havertz will score 20 goals. I mean, listen, he might, but you've got to score in some of the big games, bro. That's the reality. You've got to at least be a goal threat. If we're being totally honest, he wasn't better than Aubameyang. I mean, is he even better than Giroud when Giroud was at Arsenal? And I didn't like Giroud at Arsenal. Arsenal want to win the title. They need an upgrade. I mean, look at... and listen, I take all comments. Martina said, no, Curtis, if we have Aubameyang up top yesterday, we lose because he didn't have the right attitude. Do you want me to tell you my response to you, Martina? If we had Aubameyang up front against Brighton, we win. Do I have to go full screen? If we have Aubameyang up top against Brighton, we win. Do you know why? Because that one-on-one that Havertz missed, Aubameyang scores that. Say no more. Let's move on. I told you today, I'm petty today, people. I'm going to apologise today. I've got an attitude problem today. I genuinely, I apologise to everyone in the chat today. I'm so petty. Man City have wound me up. I'm a disgrace today. I really am. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm smiling deep down about it though. I'm having an attitude and finding it funny. I don't know what's wrong with me. Man City have actually really wound me up today. Oh man, I hope they get done in court. Honestly, I hope they get done in court. Oh dear. They've got no fan base anyway, so if I say crazy things about Man City, well, I have 3.5 people messaging me, giving me a bit of banter about it. They've got no fans, so who cares? Say what I want about them. You know what I mean? It's not like dissing Liverpool or Man United. They got a big fan base. Man City. How many Man City fans do you know? All of you in the chat. Genuine Man City fans that you grew up with as kids. How many of your friends as kids were wearing Manchester City shirts? Who are they going to wear? Sean Goater on the back of a Man City shirt? Do me a favour. It's not happening. Well, what? Richard Dunn? Oh, yeah, good one. I saw Cantona shirts. I saw Ian Wright shirts. I saw Michael Owen shirts. I didn't see Sean Goater. I just didn't see it. I don't care. They got about 5 fans. I don't know any Man City fan growing up. I met a few through YouTube and stuff like that. Don't know any City fans. I say what I want about them. Plastic. We will be there, people. We will be there. I'm telling you now, Arteta, you got evidence, mate. Send it in anonymously. Send it in. Send it in. Make it anonymous, but by any means necessary now, people, I'm telling you. Anyway. Oh, yeah, nowadays, you'll see City shirts. You'll see them. But not back in the day. No, none of them were at Main Road. None of them supported them when they were at Main Road. I'm telling you, they were a laughing stock. Vivek, did you see Haaland rattling Arteta? Stay humble. Yeah, it's interesting that he said that to Arteta. Anyone who riles up Arsenal is a good person. This Vivek, you know, proper troll, you know. Just make sure you win the Conference League. And Timo said, you see Haaland throw the ball at Gabriel after the goal. Legit peed me off. My mate is a Man City fan. BBL club. It is, honestly. They're Drake and we're Kendrick. Yeah, we'll handle business. They not like us. Settings, that's what it is. Certified lover boys. Oh, let me not say anything stupid because, you know, YouTube jump on them kind of crazy things. We say outrageous things, but, you know, they're Drake, we're Kendrick. BBL Drizzy business people. You ain't even real. You're not even certified. Know what I'm saying? You're not even certified. I said, what? No, what? I'm going to do it. Oh, man, DJ, I thought I was petty. Man said Adam Johnson is their legend. Whoo! Damn, fam. Yo. There you go. Yo, listen, if we win the league, I'll probably do a whole diss stream about Man City. Like, I'm feeling so petty about that club right now, honestly. It's crazy. Right, let me finish anyway. Yeah, so Havertz, yeah, I won't say anything more about Havertz. I've said enough. I don't want to be too critical, but yeah, you're not the answer, bro. I want us to win the league. Who came off the bench? Ben White. Oh, apparently he was injured. Clearly got dropped. Jesus, Kivior, Skelly. Yeah, I give them all a basic 5. I don't think any of them really influence the game. Oh, trust me, bro. They can all get it. I said Lescott, all of them. The lot of them. They can all get it. BBL City. Oh, I have to say, Highbury Truth. That is world class. That is world class, honestly. If anyone said it before you, there was a few others actually. Apparently Michael said it. BBL City, you know. Oh, yeah, Michael, you said it first. You deserve the applause. BBL City. They are some frauds. We're Kendrick, I'm telling you. BBL City, you know. Wow. That is legendary. I love that. I absolutely love that. Player rating's done anyway. I've been so petty today. I'm almost ashamed of how I've behaved today, but at the same time, it felt totally necessary. S. Ronnie, Big C, take no prison on these Man City fans. What Man City fans, bro? What Man City fans? I don't know. Bro, you know when I went LA in the summer? That night when I went to the club, Bellingham, Mbappe, Trent's there. Madrid Extra clipped up the video, put a picture up with a quote of me saying Trent was in the club with the Real Madrid players. Bro, in the comments, remember, I never said nothing, you know. They clipped up the video. In the comments, Liverpool fans. Oh, Trent this, blah, blah, blah. I said, raw. Their fan base are out in force. Them Scousers don't play. You know what I mean? They'll defend their club over anything. Man City, bro? Like, where's the Man City fans in the comments? Like, going mad at me. There ain't none. They ain't got none. Big Steve might drop me a message. Oh, City, they're all right, cool, Steve. All right, cool. They ain't nothing. MJ can't stand you, man, a meet. Man, yo, MJ, relax yourself. You can't stand Arsenal, you know. But I appreciate the super chat. You can hold a time out for that as well. You can hold a time out. But yeah, what Man City fans? They ain't saying nothing anyway. I'm going to finish off. This has been an epic stream. I've loved this stream, by the way. Don't forget, I'm on the OGs in an hour and 10 minutes with Turkish, so make sure you tune in for that. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I wasn't sure how good this guy was. A lot of you were telling me we need to sign him, and we had this conversation last week, but I'm saying it again. He said, if you hate Man City, stand up. I'm standing up. Yeah, you can put them in the same category with Tottenham as far as I'm concerned right now. Get this guy to Arsenal Football Club in January. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. 2 more goals at the weekend. Top goal scorer in Europe. Man of the match again. Somebody has to get this deal done. Because I'm telling you now, next summer, there's going to be too much traffic. We might not win that battle. Man City have 1 striker. They're going to need a striker. Man United don't look fully... Their strikers don't look great. I think Liverpool could need a striker next summer as well, by the way, because Jota and Nunes are not really answering the questions. Something's got to go on. This will be the thing that would frustrate me more than anything, is if we don't do anything in January and we fall short. Yo, I'm telling you now, I'm ready for it, bro. Get this guy to Arsenal Football Club. Elliot, you called it from early. I hadn't seen enough of the games to be fully convinced he was the answer. You lot know me, people. My answer in the summer was Ivan Toney because I'd watched him. I know how he plays. I know him a little bit from people who know him. I said, get Toney for 40 mil. It's a no-brainer. But this is the striker we need to get. Get this guy to Arsenal. Glockerez, as you lot call him. Are you seeing how many goals this guy's scoring? He's getting man of the match nearly every game. He's got 14 goals. 14 goals already in all competition. It's ridiculous. 3 in the cup, the domestic cup, 1 in the Champions League and 10 in the league. He's got 10 league goals already. Last season, he got 29 league goals in 33 games. He's currently got 10 in 6 games. He's going to break his own record. He's going to get 30 plus 40 goals in the league alone. Get this guy. But as I always say, people, as you said, Dre, if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. I'll probably do 20 videos about him in January and we won't sign him. Because the problem we got, Chelsea are still looking for a striker. They'll throw the bag at him if they can get him. Man City need a striker to cover Haaland, but would he go City knowing he's going to be a backup dancer? I don't know. Get him to Arsenal. Havertz, respectfully, you've improved from what you were when we signed you. You can do a job, but as far as I'm concerned, Arsenal need a prolific striker to win the league. He has a release clause. The release clause is 85 million. But will Arsenal spend that money in January? And do we even have that money is the question. This is the season to do it. Don't wait around. But will it happen? I'm not sure. Osimhen's there for 65 as well, people. But I'll be honest, I'd rather take Gyökeres than Osimhen. That's my opinion. Lewandowski is getting up there. Barcelona will start rolling. Yeah, exactly, bro. He's what, 35? So you could have a situation where Barca are looking for a striker. I think Chelsea, it says Chelsea are looking for a striker. Upgrade on Jackson. I think Liverpool by the summer will be looking for a striker. Man United strikers are not convincing. We need a striker. Even PSG, they're not great up front. You've got to get him now, but it's the Kroenkes. When have the Kroenkes ever satisfied the Arsenal fan base that they've done everything they can? Especially in January. We're shambolic in January windows, so I don't know whether it will happen. What I will say about Arsenal before we round up, Arsenal have to find a way over the next period of fixtures to get the attack functioning, because as well as we're doing, our attack is not at it at the moment. We're not scoring enough goals. We're too defensive. But what we need to do is use these next three or four games before the international break to get our attack going. So we've got Bolton this Wednesday, Carabao Cup. That'll be a much-changed team. That'll be an opportunity for Waneri, maybe Raheem Sterling, players like that to get some game time. So Bolton on Wednesday, Leicester on Saturday at home, newly promoted. I'd expect us to win that game and score a few goals at home. This is the kind of game, by the way, where Havertz will score. That's when Havertz does the business, you know? But it's them big games. We've then got PSG at home. That's an important game and a tough game, especially because we drew with Atalanta. If you don't win your opening 2, you are struggling to finish in the top 8 of that Champions League. We've then got Southampton at home, newly promoted, and we've then got international break, actually. So we've only actually got 2 more games. So I'm looking at Arsenal, Bolton with a changed team, should be a win and goals. Leicester should be a win and goals. PSG's tough. Southampton at home should be goals. Then, unfortunately, it's another international break. Even after the international break, we play Bournemouth. And then Shakhtar Donetsk at home, which is not a bad start. Then Liverpool. So, I mean, Liverpool obviously is a very tough game. But Arsenal need to get some goals in these next few games. The attack needs to start functioning. Bro, there's an international break in October and in November, which is horrible. The only positive I would say of the international break is, obviously, it's a 2-week break. it's an opportunity for Odegaard to get closer to fitness and Marino to get closer to fitness. So, but yeah, 2 more international breaks. The annoying thing is Saka and them always end up playing back-to-back nights. So let's see how that goes. People, I'm going to round up. I'm back on in an hour with OGs, 5 o'clock with Turkish. Make sure you tune in for that. I'll be back on here tomorrow. And in fact, by the way, I might not be on here tomorrow. It's Cruz's birthday tomorrow. So we'll be out and about probably. I might do a pre-recorded video tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be on Turkish's channel at 5 o'clock for OGs. Big up to everyone tuned in today. It's been a great stream. Like the video and subscribe. And I'll see you all hopefully in an hour's time, people. Bless.